Today we are checking out the Campfire Audio Cascades. These are a closed-back dynamic drive portable-ish headphone. Real quick, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to insert a clip from MrAyrit. It's another YouTube reviewer. We've done a collab before, sort of talking about buying and selling used gear, but I'm sending these headphones to him after this video, and he's going to spend some time with them, record his own review, and then we're going to swap a little counter opinions. So, or we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we end up at the same place. Not going to pre-listen to what he has to say, so you're going to get that unfiltered, unedited at the end of this video. So anyway, stay tuned for that. All right, so these guys, like I said, they got this cool folding trick. They get, relatively small. They come with a little travel case. They're also very easy to drive. So these are super easy to power. Power them off your phone, off your laptop, no problem. They do come with this connector type that's less familiar to me. Maybe that's Sennheiser's, I don't know. Anyway, I wish everyone could just rally around the Mini XLR and the 3.5. That would certainly make my cabling life easier. But anyway, I did listen to these both with the stock cable that they come with a 3.5 millimeter termination, single-ended, and also with a aftermarket balanced cable. Like I said, super easy to drive. You can power them, fine with your phone or laptop, but you're not getting the best out of them. A good amp will definitely show off what these headphones can do. The headline for these is just, it's bass cannon. These are a powerful, impactful bass ear smashing machine. Despite their small size and despite their portability story, they have really come strong with the bass, and it's rich and deep and great. And that's what Campfire Audio says. This is, I believe, the only over-the-ear headphone they make. Everything else is IEMs. And on their website they say, like, look, this headphone is for EDM, it's for hip hop, it's for bass heads, and I think they deliver on that promise. They've, I think, tried to put some work into the mids and treble, and I think there is some pretty good resolving power there. There's like some pretty good detail in there, but just for me, the balance of everything just goes too heavy to the bass. And the sort of presence of the mid-range and sort of treble end just sort of gets overwhelmed, and you kind of end up with this congested wall of sound where you can't sort of pick things apart as easily and then sort of enjoy the space between things. Everything's just kind of one thing, and then that bass, that ever-present bass. I think that's really a preference thing. I don't know if I can say that that's right or wrong. I think it's kind of what you're into, and if you just love bass and you want something that's portable and closed back, well, you don't really have a lot of options, so this is a good one to look at. Build's super nice, all metal and steel, and just really, these things are just really nice put together. That ear pads are really nice, and they're magnetic, so swappable, which is cool. I compared these to a couple of other closed back headphones I happen to have on hand, the Modhouse Argon Mark IIIs, which are sort of known for being a super bassy headphone, and they are more balanced than these. That'll just tell you where this headphone is, in my opinion, in the spectrum. The Argon Mark IIIs have better mid and treble presence than these, and still really great bass, not as much bass as these. They're much harder to drive, so they're not really a portability option, but they're less than half the price of these, so that makes them interesting. I think these have a little more detail retrieval in the upper mids and treble, so the information's there. They're pulling more information out, but then it's getting sort of lost in everything. So if you're kind of tuned in and listening to it, it's there, and it's probably a little higher fidelity than the Argons, but it's kind of hard to, you got to really look for it, and that was sort of less of a preferred balance for me. I also listened to the ZMF Atticus. ZMF sort of known for its bassy house sound and fun, playful sound. Those are much drier than these, which is kind of weird to say about a ZMF headphone. Like, there's more space, there's more room to breathe between things, there's way more detail. The bass is not as plentiful or generous or as impactful as these, but it's better detailed. It's sort of more, it's more to my taste for sure. Also listen to the LSA HP2, which is sort of comparably priced to these, relatively light and easy to drive, so you could sort of consider it portable. I don't know that they're so small that you want to like rock them on the bus and train, but you know, if you are somebody who just likes to have a headphone you can easily take back and forth between work, I think that's a reasonable weight and size to consider. Those are again, drier, more open, more detailed, more spacious, much less bass, but the bass that's there is very tight and controlled and interesting. So just a few comparison to try to get your head around these things. But yeah, I mean, I think they're really cool. They're really like a unique thing, and I'm all for unique things in the market that sort of fill a niche and give somebody exactly what they're looking for. As I mentioned, these headphones are going to get sampled by fellow YouTuber MrAyrit, and so we're gonna check his opinion out right now. But before I play that, just say real quick, if you enjoyed this or anything else on the channel, please do subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment if you agree or disagree with my assertions about this headphone. And until later, this is Signcraft signing out.
So hey, MrAyrit here. Just wanted to give you my super fast impressions of these, and which I'll have a full review over on my channel if you want to check out my full thoughts. But thank you to Signcraft for letting me jump in here. And I would just say, if you're looking for a nicer, darker, bassy headphone that still retains a decent amount of clarity, take a look. These are definitely worth a look. They definitely do that dark, bassy sound really well. And but it doesn't mess with the rest of the frequency, so you still get some good detail in the mids and highs. So I don't think the bass is too overbearing. You just got to make sure you've got it on a clean source. So I don't know how that compares with Signcraft. We didn't talk before this, so yeah, alternative opinion. Maybe we came to the same conclusion. You be the one to judge, and full review over on my channel if you want to hear my full thoughts on it. Thanks.